Two best friends. A quiet Indiana town. An abandoned railroad bridge. On February 13th, 2017, Abigail Williams and Liberty German set out for an afternoon walk. They laughed, they filmed each other, and they never came home. The next day, their bodies were discovered near a creek. But what they left behind on a phone would become one of the most haunting pieces of evidence in American true crime. A blurry image, a faceless man walking toward them, and a voice that chills to this day. Guys, down the hill. For 6 years, the mystery consumed Delphi. False leads, conflicting sketches, and growing fear that the killer was hiding in plain sight. And then, in 2022, police made a shocking arrest. A local man, a CVS worker. Someone the town thought they knew. But is Richard Allen truly the man on the bridge? Or is there still more to the story? This is a case of Abby and Libby. This is the Delphi murders. Stay with me, because in the next hour, we'll retrace the girls' final day, uncover the hidden evidence, and reveal the twists that still leave this case unsolved in the eyes of many. Delphi, Indiana. Population just under 3,000. The kind of town where nothing ever seems to change. People leave their doors unlocked. Neighbors wave at each other. Everyone knows everyone. It's a town defined by routine and familiarity. Until February 13th, 2017. That day, two best friends, 14-year-old Libby German and 13-year-old Abigail Abby Williams, decided to enjoy the unseasonably warm afternoon. School had been canceled because of snow makeup day, giving them a free Monday. The girls were inseparable. Libby, outgoing, funny, always with her phone. Abby, more reserved, artistic, loved photography. Together, they balanced each other out. That afternoon, they asked Libby's older sister Kelsey for a ride to the Monon High Bridge, a long-abandoned railroad bridge that had become a local hangout spot. Kelsey dropped them off around 1:30 p.m., never imagining it would be the last time she'd see her sister alive. At 2:07 p.m., Libby snapped a photo of Abby walking across the bridge. Abby's arms are tucked into her hoodie, carefully balancing on the weathered wooden beams. The long drop into Deer Creek visible below. It's a picture of friendship, of childhood adventure. But it would soon become evidence. Just minutes later, something changed. On Libby's phone, investigators later found a blurry image. A man walking across the bridge toward the girls. Jeans, dark jacket, his hands in his pockets, his face obscured. And then audio, just 3 chilling words. Guys, down the hill. By that evening, the girls had not returned home. Parents and friends began searching. By nightfall, panic was rising. The Carroll County Sheriff's Department was notified. The next day, Valentine's Day, February 14th, their bodies were found in a wooded area near Deer Creek, just a short distance from a bridge. What had started as a carefree day had turned into the beginning of one of the most haunting murder mysteries in American history. The discovery of Abby and Libby's bodies stunned Delphi. Parents pulled their kids from school. The bridge, once an adventure, became a symbol of fear. Police, under immense pressure, released limited information, but they confirmed something crucial. Libby had recorded both a photo and audio of the suspected killer on her phone. That image and that voice, down the hill, were made public within days. It was rare, unprecedented even. The victims themselves had captured the killer in action, but the evidence only deepened the mystery. The blurry photo showed a man walking with his head down, his face indiscernible. The audio was grainy, monotone, chilling. 2 years later, police released not one but 2 composite sketches, one in 2017, another in 2019. And here's the problem. The 2 sketches looked nothing alike. The first sketch depicted an older man, stocky, with a goatee. The second showed a much younger man, clean-shaven, slimmer. Were these 2 different suspects? Was the killer deliberately misleading investigators? Or had the investigation itself gone in circles? Online, theories exploded. Reddit threads, YouTube breakdowns, podcasts dedicated entire seasons to the case. Amateur sleuths studied the gait of the man on the bridge, slowed down the audio, speculated about hidden words. But still no arrest. The families of Abby and Libby, meanwhile, lived every parent's nightmare, begging for answers, attending vigils, holding on to hope. What haunted everyone most was this: Delphi is small. If the killer was local, he was blending in, shopping at the same grocery store, sitting at the same diner, maybe even standing at the same candlelight vigils. The years that followed turned Delphi into the center of a nationwide manhunt. Dozens of names surfaced as possible suspects. Ronald Logan, the landowner whose property bordered the crime scene. He had a criminal past and lied about his whereabouts that day. Suspicious, yes, but no evidence linked him directly. Daniel Nations, a drifter arrested in Colorado for threatening hikers with a hatchet. His mugshot bore a resemblance to one of the sketches, and he had ties to Indiana. Still, he was ruled out. Keegan Kline, a 27-year-old man arrested for child exploitation crimes. Investigators discovered he had been catfishing young girls using a fake online persona called Anthony_Shots. Disturbingly, that account had communicated with Libby before the murders. Many believed this was the break the case needed. But years passed, and no charges connected him to the murders. The constant stream of leads, some solid, many dead ends, kept the case alive but unsolved. The families marked anniversaries with tears and silence. Vigils became routine. Police held cryptic press conferences, hinting they were closer than ever, but still no answers. And through it all, that haunting audio lingered in the public's memory. Guys, down the hill. Then, in October 2022, a shocking announcement. Police arrested Richard Allen, a 50-year-old CVS pharmacy clerk who had lived in Delphi for decades. A husband, a father, someone who blended into the background of the very community that had been living in fear. The evidence? Investigators claimed Allen had admitted to being on the Monon High Bridge trail the day of the murders. Witnesses placed him there, and a bullet found near the girls' bodies was allegedly linked to Allen's Sig Sauer pistol. The news rocked Delphi. Some felt relief, others skepticism. Allen's defense attorneys argued he was being framed, even suggesting bizarre theories about a shadowy group of local men or a ritualistic Odinist cult. The court proceedings were shrouded in secrecy, gag order silencing many details. Allen pleaded not guilty. His trial, repeatedly delayed, remains one of the most closely watched in true crime today. For many, the arrest didn't bring closure, only more questions. Was Richard Allen truly the man on the bridge? If so, why did it take 6 years to catch him? And if not, then who has been hiding in plain sight all this time? 6 years, 2 sketches, 1 haunting voice on a phone, and a community still waiting for justice. The story of Abby and Libby is more than just a crime. It's a reminder of innocence lost, of questions unanswered, and of a truth that refuses to stay buried. As the case heads toward trial, the world watches Delphi. For answers, for justice, for the voices of 2 young girls who should never be forgotten. If you found this story important, help keep their memory alive. Like, share, and subscribe for more true crime investigations. Because one day, the truth will come out, and when it does, Abby and Libby will finally have the justice they deserve.